Welcome back, YouTube. Been a few days. I just wanted to talk about the leaders for this set. I've been looking over this set kind of intensely. I need to get in a definite solid amount more of testing on tap for this kind of stuff. But I wanted to talk about my top 5 favorite leaders, and this is actually a lot harder to do because, you know, in each of these sets there's going to be 10 leaders. So I just basically got to choose the 5 that I like. But really I could only find like 2, kind of 2.5 that I actually felt were really cool, and that's sad. So I'm gonna remind you guys at the end of the video, but if you want me to do another video about leader direction, because I think this set in particular took a very hard turn for leader design. So just let me know if that sort of subject would interest you in the comments. Past that, if you haven't been in the Facebook group, try it. Link will be in the description as per always. Also, we got the Discord, and the Discord is growing with people, with different channels. There's a whole lot of stuff to talk about, lots of different places to do so. And yeah, we're still on the road to 1,000. Broke 800, low-key celebration. I was very, very happy about that. But we're gonna keep going strong. So if you like the content, think about hitting that subscribe button, the notification button to keep getting that content. So. We are going to go directly into the first leader. So I want to let you know that when it comes to the leader selection, I don't tend to look at the archetype in these videos. Those are for archetype breakdowns. I'm talking about the leaders, and some of the things that comes with are the longevity of the leader, how contained I think the leader is versus, you know, the pool of cards that they can currently use, maybe abuse. And so here is the first one. We're gonna start with King Cold, okay? You guys should know already know what she does, or what he does. But permanent, when activating a field card of a green extra card with an original cost of 2 from your hand, reduce that card's energy cost by 1. So he makes your 2 cost fields 1 cost. Auto, when this card is placed into your leader area, you activate 1 King Cold's Dynasty from your deck, and auto once per turn when you activate a green extra card with an original cost of 2, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand and draw 1 card. So he's going to start amassing cards in hand very fast early game. Then Awaken, when your life is at 4 or less, you may switch up to 2 of your energy to active mode, flip this card over. Untap 2 is clean. You never not want to see untap 2. Like, those are very, very good awakening conditions. Now you go over to his backside. He still has the permanent that reduces the cost by 1. He's still going to draw 1 card whenever you play an original cost of 2 field card. And then the other thing though is once per turn, choose 1 extra card with energy cost of 2 in the field card skill in your battle area. Place it in its owner's drop area. This card gains 10,000 power for the turn. So he's gonna go up to a 25k poker. So this is at the bottom of the list because I actually feel like he's still very strong. He gets to use the defensive power of green, and by defensive power I essentially just mean dormant. But this guy is almost carried into this list by his archetype alone, despite that not being the qualifying things. But like I said, it was hard to find likes, so I had to kind of loosen it up towards the bottom of this list. And I just, between being green and having access to things like dormant and then the effects of the cards in the archetype, he kind of squeaks in there. He's in my opinion, one of the better ones of the archetype specific kind of leaders, and that's why he made the bottom of this list. But the thing is, he's able to draw pretty well on his early game, and then even in his late game, mid game, late game, he's able to draw continuously, like an extra card per turn, cycling. Not like you're plussing with it unless the card itself allows you to draw, but you're definitely going to cycle pretty hard with this leader, and that's great. And the fact that he's able to turn himself into a 2-drop or into a 25k, that's actually very, very strong. So he's just kind of like one of the leaders I'm interested in. I definitely want to look further into this with testing, breaking down the archetype. The next one we have is Mechagabora. Now he's interesting. Permanent, you can only include 7 Dark Dragon Ball cards in your deck. Auto, when this card attacks, you can add up to 2 Dark Dragon Ball cards from your deck and or a life to your hand. Shuffle the areas you look through using this skill, and then when you have 7 Dark Dragon Ball cards in your drop area, you may draw 1 card, switch up to 1 of your energy active mode, and then your opponent sends 1 battle card from the drop area to their warp. Flip this card over. Then on the back, Dark King Mechagabora restored to the throne. When this card attacks, draw 1 card. Excellent. Once per turn, if all your energy is black and you choose 1 card in your hand and place in the bottom of your deck, choose 1. choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, energy cost of 4 or less, negate its skills, and then switch that card to active mode and gain control of it. That's very powerful. And then remove 7 Dark Dragon Balls from your drop area for the game. If you do, this card gains triple attack for the turn. So this guy's going to be very interesting. He's going to be able to swing the tide of, board control or board presence. He's able to take a whole lot of your opponent's stuff. 4 or less is plenty of room to work around. He's also a black leader. Now, the interesting thing here is that he's one of the first wish leaders in quite some time. And he's going to be able to thin out your deck pretty quickly. He's a black leader that's almost guaranteed to awaken on turn 2 when you set up the deck right. So I definitely kind of like that. He is another one of the cards that kind of gets in here based off of his archetype, unfortunately, because like I said, there weren't a lot of good standalone leaders. That's why I was making a video about the direction of leader design. But he is able to run a fair amount of cards that get the Dragon Balls in there, and you know that black has been receiving a whole lot of love. So Mechikabura is a strong leader. He has some issues with hand control from what I've been able to experience and see, but I think that that's just deck building. I think that eventually he's going to get there for sure. Now we're going to start moving to the ones where I do kind of feel like have a bit of the spotlight and can retain it. This is Bardock. Permanent, you can include extra cards with energy cost of 2 or more in your deck, that's fine. Permanent, all of your red Bardock's crew in your battle area with an original cost of 1 have their energy cost increased by 2. That's cool, because Bardock's crew can dodge things like Dormant, Shocking Death Ball, that's awesome. Auto, when this card attacks, choose up to 1 red sand card with an original cost of 1 in your hand and play it. And there's a whole bunch. It doesn't say sand only. This includes the hybrid, so you can put Intensifying Power Trunks, to be able to have that Awaken crit pressure in there. There's so many more too. And then you have Awaken. When their life is at 4 or less, or you have 3 or more mono red sand cards in play, you may draw a card, add a card from your life, and then add add cards from your life to your hand until you have 4 life left, and flip this card over. Now on his backside, he is constantly double strike. That's already something you should pay attention to. Then his permanent is still the same. It's going to raise the Bardock's crew from 1 to 3. And then when this card attacks, draw 1 card, and then you choose up to 1 red sand card with the original cost of 1 in your hand and play it. So he's going to be able to flood the board with 1-drops. And on top of that, he's going to be a double striker himself. So he doesn't draw though, he draws off of attack, but you're going to be putting your red sand to the field. So this feels like one of the more red leaders that I can possibly think of. Like, he's going to be able to swarm the board. He's going to be able to be playing 1-drops that are very, very aggressive. They're going to help him awaken very, very fast. Between this guy's effect of 3 and the fact that you can, 3 of the 1-drop sands, or the fact that he can actually just put 1-drop awakening sands on board and start going crazy, he's going to awaken very early every single game. He's going to be able to put a lot of pressure. You just need to worry about your finishers and how you're going to close out the game. But other than that, I think this leader is very, very, very interesting and is able to do quite a lot. And he just feels very, very good because they're going to make more red 1-drop sands. There's already quite a few in the game. There's a lot of ways you can build this deck, and I feel like the further this game goes, the more goodies you're going to be able to put in with him. Next card, number 2 out of 5. My placement, Android 17 and 18. So this card I like because there's already a whole lot of yellow androids and even more coming into this set. And this card is going to allow you to set up in a very, very interesting way. When this card attacks, look at the top 5 cards of your deck and add up to 1 mono yellow android card amongst them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. When one of your yellow android battle cards is switched from rest mode by a skill, you may flip this card over. If you do, draw 1 card, switch up to 1 of your energy active mode, and add cards from your life to your hand until you have 4 left. This is going to be able to make quite a splash. Now, this is actually something you can do, I believe, as early as turn 2. There's a lot of turn 2 awakenings in this game, in this set, mind you. But yeah, this is actually a very easy awakening condition. And then your super combos are going to be live immediately because you're going to go down to 4 life in hand, or 4 life on the board. I'm sorry, my words are not working right now. But also it can hard awaken when your life is at 4 or less. And you switch up to 2 of your energy to active mode. So 2 different kinds of awakenings, and I think that's actually pretty cool. Now on its backside, it's going to give your mono yellow androids 5,000 power during your opponent's turn, turning even 5k, well, turning like 10ks into, leader threatening swings, and that's really nice. And when it attacks, you will draw a card. That's cool. You may draw one card. That's actually very nice. So, I mean, just the option. It's not like you're going to go around not drawing, but if you had to be in a position where you had to count your deck total and stuff like that, you could always, not draw. So we cannot exclude that at all. Now, here, you've got, once per turn, choose one of your yellow Android battle cards, switch it to rest mode. And it's not mono yellow, so you can do this with the dual colors. And switch it to rest mode, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode, and negate its skills for the turn. This is great for some of the cards that are like, oh, you can't attack the leader, or oh, when you play a card, I get to do this. Like, this is actually a very, very good effect. Sucks it doesn't ignore barrier, but it is what it is. I think this card doesn't just sit with cards in this set. I think this card has a lot of potential for a lot of different plays, and it also will be able to be used in the future. It just, the way its effect is, all they have to do is an extra set with more yellow androids, or another set where we revisit yellow androids, put Super 17 in yellow, and these things are automatically just gonna pop off. So the last card on my list, very, very special. It is Supreme Kai of Time. Burst 3, when this card attacks, you draw one card. Awaken, when your life is at 4 or less, and you have 8 or more cards in your warp, you may draw 2 cards, add cards from your life to your hand until you have 6 life left, flip this card over. Backside, whole bunch more effects. Once per turn, when you play a battle card using Overwhelm, draw one card, then place up to 3 black battle cards from your warp into your drop area. This means that 3 cost Overwhelms are free, 6 costs get a half refund. Wonderful. Activate main, once per turn, black, choose one card in your hand, discard it. If you don't have a Unison card in play, play up to 1 black Unison card with no specified cost and 9,000 power from your drop area, or warp with a marker on it. This is Demigra. Make no mistake, this is 100% Demigra, because Demigra is going to be able to give you Wormhole and make your life feel great. Activate main, once per turn, place 1 card in your life to your drop area. Place up to 2 black battle cards from your warp into your drop area. Battle cards you play using Overwhelm aren't sent to your warp at the end of this turn. This allows you to do a whole bunch of things. There's some of the battle cards in here that have blocker and Overwhelm, and they, draw you 1 card when they swing. This allows you to do dumb, stupid stuff with that. You can swing with that Goku, draw a card, untap him. He's going to be a blocker, 30k blocker for next turn. You're able to keep things like the vanilla SS4 Bardock, the TP one, who's a 25 dual attacker. You're gonna be able to keep him on the field for additional pressure as early as turn 2. This guy is going to go, this gal is going to go really far. She's one of the only leaders that does what she does. She's amazing at refueling the graveyard, or the drop zone, for you to be able to keep swarming Overwhelms. And her effect allows you to actually build a board with Overwhelm, which is an effect that never has really been able to be that accessible before, because you had to have the field card or things like that. But this leader does it all on her own. There's an amazing amount of things you can do with this deck. She doesn't need her archetype to do what she does, but when she uses cards from her archetype, it is that much better. This is a beauty. So that is going to be that list. I do feel like she's the best leader that came out of this set. Now, I just want to know your opinions in the comments, and if you want me to do a direction of leader design, because like I said, I think we've been getting a gradual shift, but this set definitely feels a different type of way for me in terms of how they made their leaders. Just let me know in the comments if you want that video, and I swear it'll be my next. So thank you guys for watching. Like I said, if you like the content, think about subscribing, and I will see you next time inside Join Universe X. Later.